That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. This is perhaps the most famous quote relating to space exploration and is recognized across the world. On July 20th, 1969, that quote came from Neil Armstrong as he made history by being the first person to walk on the moon. If the United States government hadn't provided funding for this space exploration mission, Apollo 11, the world wouldn't have even heard that iconic quote, and the United States of America wouldn't have been victorious, much less a competitor in the so-called space race. Space exploration is completely worth the money, and the government needs to include a larger portion of the national budget to go towards space exploration for several reasons. Although there are an infinite number of reasons why space exploration is beneficial to mankind, they can be narrowed down into 3 categories. These benefits are highlighted by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, aka NASA. According to NASA, there can be benefits seen in innovation, culture and inspiration, as well as new means to address global challenges. Innovation can be defined as a new method, idea, or product. Humans have always dreamed about being in space since the beginning of time. There's even, this is a movie about all of the NASA missions, and it was actually in collaboration with NASA, and even the first sentence on the description is, "Since the dawn of mankind, we have stared up at the lights in the sky and wondered, ... Space exploration has contributed to so many different aspects of everyday life, and it creates new markets and new technologies that affect society as a whole. There are countless items that were based off of NASA technology that we wouldn't have today if it weren't for that technology and innovation that NASA provides. Some items that stem from NASA technologies that are used in everyday life are LED lights, infrared ear thermometers, artificial limbs, chemical detection devices, firefighter gear, freeze-drying technology, water purification, memory foam, and the list can go on and on and on. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of things that are so innovative and come from funding to space exploration. Space exploration is a huge incentive in the world of technology. As more money is put in the Department of Space Exploration, advancements in science and technology improve, as well as research and development. Earth reaps benefits from space exploration in areas like materials, power generation, recycling, robotics, health, medicine, transportation, engineering, computing, and so much more. The list also can keep on going. Advancements in space exploration not only benefit space exploration itself, but it carries into everyday life. So it's not just affecting astronauts and people in the space industry, but it's affecting you and it's affecting me. Culture and inspiration is another huge benefit of space exploration on mankind. There are hundreds of countries in our world with diverse religions and countless languages, but we all share one thing in common, and that is that we are a part of mankind and all live on this planet Earth together. Space exploration really emphasizes this idea and springs questions like, are we alone in this universe? What else is out there? Etc. Questions like these can bring humanity together as we try to solve these worldly issues. So speaking of worldly issues, this leads me into my last point, my last benefit that we reap due to space exploration, which is new means to address global challenges. According to NASA, Space exploration creates opportunities to establish trust and diplomacy between nations. Having relationships internationally is very important because it can increase our preparedness and safety of Earth from things like asteroid strikes and space weather. Space exploration attracts interest globally and is inherently worldwide. It really aids with nations understanding and trusting each other, which will hopefully promote peace internationally. Exploring space is completely worth the cost if it is saving us from the possible dangers that we face. We are gaining knowledge of our surroundings that otherwise would be known as threats. Things like the sun, asteroids, and other dangerous debris floating through space. Also, there may be valuable resources out there that different countries can get to before we can if we don't spend more money on space exploration. Also, as a country, we can't let other countries be more successful and better than us because, especially at the standard that the United States is held at, we should always strive for the best. To summarize, the government needs to continue to provide funding to the space exploration program due to the benefits reaped in innovation, culture and inspiration, and new means to address global challenges. Space exploration should not be viewed as a waste of resources, time, or money, as a lot of people see it. Those who are against funding for space exploration simply just lack the knowledge about the countless benefits that far outweigh the negatives to it. And might I add, the only negative is the cost, because safely exploring space is very costly. However, like I said time and time again, it is worth the money by far. It should be viewed as an extremely unique, important thing to learn about our home, planet Earth, as well as other planets, stars, and galaxies. Although space is so unknown, the benefits that come from exploring it are very well known. Health and medicine, transportation, and computer technology are just some departments that are highly benefited. There is nothing more unique on Earth than the idea of space exploration. Based off of the benefits that our society has reaped since space exploration has started, I am confident that, should the government continue funding for this, there will be even more positive impacts seen in future generations.